Hey everyone, I'm getting ready to hit the stream here, and I thought I'd take a moment to talk about my net setup. I think this is going to be especially helpful for anybody that wears a waist pack like I do. One of the negatives with a waist pack is where to put the net. I mean, usually most people slip it in the back here, like I used to do for years. And this is a fish pond, and it actually has a slot for the net, but the problem with that for me is it tends to dig into your back, and after a while it just is extremely uncomfortable, and then you got to figure out some sort of a tether system to keep your net hooked up. So what I like to do is, this is a do-it-yourselfer, and I'll show you here in a moment a close-up of it, but I have a piece of paracord around my left wader strap in the back here, and then I've hooked a net retractor to it. And to me, it's really the most efficient and comfortable way to do this. One of the things that is a problem that I see people that don't have their net tethered to something is they have it back here, they hook a fish, they start reeling it in, they go get ready to net it, they pull the net out, and then all of a sudden the fish lunges, and you've got net in one hand, rod in the other, and then you got to crank in 10 more feet of line. So people end up doing this deal. They'll do this, they'll reel, they just start messing around with the net, they do this. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a heartbreaker to you when you lose a really nice fish because you're messing around with the net and not fighting the fish like you should. So you want to have a system that when you're fighting the fish and then the fish is ready to be netted, you want to reach around and net. And then if the fish lunges, you can just simply drop the net, reel in that extra line, grab your net, and then go ahead and net the fish. I reel with my left hand, so you want the net on your reel hand side of the body. So I don't want it on my right hand side of my body because that's where I hold my rod. So if I'm reeling in and I need to net the fish, that means I need to switch hands, grab my net, and now if I go to net it and the fish lunges, I've got to switch hands, reel, switch hands, grab the net. So that's just really inefficient. So you want it on the reel hand side of your body. So also what I do is I put a magnet. I have a magnet on the side of my net here, and this is a Frabill hoop net. This is an 18 by 13 inch net. I've tried all kinds of nets out there, and to me, this is the best net. It's a deep bag. It's flat, and it does a great job of cradling the fish, both small and large. You don't have this bounce out effect that a lot of those rigid rubberized nets have. I just really like these nets. And another thing is they're aluminum. It's light as a feather, and this thing has been with me through thick and thin. It has a lot of battle scars on it. But I have a magnet right here, and then I've attached another magnet right here to the waist side of the pack, and I just hook it there. So it's not swinging around, and as I'm walking, you can see it just stays there. When you have it just kind of dangling, it wants to swing around. It gets caught in the current, it does this, but when you put it on the magnet, it's just out of the way, and you don't even feel this net on you. So once again, it's just super efficient, super comfortable. So I'm going to show you here my waist pack. So this is the waist strap of my hip pack here, and what I've done is I put a magnet here and I attached it with paracord, and I just do an overhand knot, and I just put a lot of super glue on it, and it's not going anywhere. You can certainly use zip ties, but I'm telling you, I've used them, and no matter how hard you try, no matter how close you cut that zip tie, that little burr sticks out, and you're gonna scratch or cut your hand on it. I've done it too many times, and I finally got smart and I used paracord. So that's what I do to my waist strap. The net here is, this is an 18 by 13 Frabill, and there are other nets like this. Gray's makes them, and there's other brands. The one thing I don't like is with the Frabill, you'll get these wimpy straps. I cut it off. I'll take some paracord and I'll wrap it around the handle. This is hockey tape, and then I wrap the handle with hockey tape, form a loop at the end, and I put the clip from the net retractor on, and it just permanently stays on there. This thing has been there for 4 or 5 years. Super helpful. Here's my magnet right here. I do the same. I knot it on, a lot of super glue. My retractor is, I've taken paracord. This is my left suspender strap. So whatever side you want the net to hang, if you are netting with your right hand, you want to put it on your right suspender strap. If you're netting with your left hand, you want it on your left suspender strap, because it's going to fall to that side. So once again, I've just made a loop, a lot of super glue, and then I hook my net retractor right to that. So if you're wearing a waist pack, just think about the comfort and efficiency a system like this can do for you. It's just going to make your days out on the water a lot more enjoyable, because the last thing you want to do is have the frustration of losing a fish because you're messing around with your net, or just being out there and being super uncomfortable. So this really is the way to do it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I'm happy to help you out. And as always, tight lines, everybody. I'll talk to you later.